that page, see if we
All right.
come through. Oh, for sure.
Hey, y'all. Ain't nobody drinking that door.
It's going. Okay. All right, Shalom. We're going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Ruach
and double honors to our elder apostles and our elders at Great Millstone, GMS. Peace and blessings to the elect out there, whom we in the hopes of edifying through the Ruach Kodash. All right. This is GMS Houston. And we here again, dealing with the same situation. And as we see, things are just heightening. Okay, things are just getting worse. Okay, as far as what they're telling people in the media. Okay, because Esau is pushing his agenda. We're getting close to election time. We got all this stuff that's going on. The COVID-19 is, supposedly through the roof. Okay, and there's a big need to curb the numbers, to bring these numbers down. Okay, people need to get back to work, which ultimately, as we see through the spirit, all of this is going to lead into the mark of the beast. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's just start there, and somebody hold Habakkuk 2 on deck also. Okay,
Start the 16th verse.
yeah, come on.
All right. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16.
Habakkuk 2.
And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Come on. Real quick, somebody get Job 9:24.
Come.
Let's see who's causing this.
Right.
Who's gonna cause this to happen?
Right.
Because somebody's in charge. Somebody's running things. Okay? So
Man,
come on.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out verse 15,
Come on.
and then I'll let I hit the 9:24. This is Revelation 13:15. It says, and he, because when you read from the beginning of Revelation 13, it's talking about the beast that has 7 heads and 10 horns, right? So it's talking about the beast. The he is the beast, as it's going to explain. It says, and he had power to give life onto the image of the beast.
Right.
And who had power? The so-called white man.
Right.
That we were going to go into.
Yep.
It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. I just want to bring that out to the he is talking about the so-called white man in the form of his rulership,
Right.
which is the beast, his
Yes.
power structure. NATO, the EU, and America is a part of NATO.
Right. Yep.
You got that Job? Oh,
Yeah, he's one. You will.
Okay. Is Job 9 verse 24? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So the wicked, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, so the wicked is in rulership. All right. So let's, by process of elimination, who's in rulership right now? Is it any so-called black man or black? Is it so-called black people? No. Is it so-called Spanish-speaking people? Is it so-called Native Americans in rulership? No. It's not.
Right.
It's not Israelites are not in rulership. Okay.
Right.
It's not the Moabites. It's not the Chinese. It's not
Right.
the Japanese.
Right.
It's the so-called white man. Okay.
Yep.
So he's the wicked.
Yeah, who through and pioneered his rulership or his power really out of America. America like the figurehead or the capital of where the power lies. Just like the military orders for America comes out of Washington D.C.
Yep.
The United Nations building is in New York.
Yep.
And then the leading world reserve currency is still the U.S. dollar.
Yep.
You see, and whose face is on that Federal Reserve note?
Yes.
You know.
And when you look at it on the grand scheme of things, who call themselves police in the world? America.
Yeah.
Right.
They are the ones with consulates, military bases, and everywhere.
What's the other one? Military bases in I can't think of it. It's just slipping my mind. Go ahead.
Like
that doggy. It's pissing me off.
I know what you're talking about. Damn, nah, I can't think of it either. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but
Embassies.
U.S.
embassies, yes.
The water.
Yes.
That's it.
Then they are all over the world.
Yes.
Okay, when no other country is set up like that. Okay, America set up like that.
Right.
They also had the largest military. Okay, they've started a space force. Okay, so they pretty much tell everybody else what to do. If you don't comply with America, they stick sanctions on you. Okay, showing that this is the power structure of the so-called white man.
Right.
Okay, Babylon the Great, as is known in the scriptures. Okay, but what was that? Revelation? Yeah.
Finish.
Oh yeah. Finish that out. Salaki.
Job 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yep. The wicked man. Okay. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So who's causing all to do this? You had something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say this real quick. Looking at this, I Googled this. It says it's 307 U.S. embassies, consulates, and diplomatic missions around the world in more than 190 countries. So
Does it show the comparison between them and other
Nah,
superpowers?
I'll
Okay,
look it
that's
up.
cool. Yeah, but they got the most.
Where's
Right.
the Russian embassy in America?
Right.
Or the Iranian embassy?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And as we saw here this week, or was it the latter part of last week, that Chinese consulate downtown in Houston, they shut it down. And then the one in America that's over in China, they shut it down. And as they shut that consulate down in downtown, they were showing the Moabites out there with bins full of paperwork, burning it. What were they burning? You see, all of this is gearing up to that third woe, as it is mentioned in the book of Revelation. The third woe coming quickly is talking about the third world's war. Okay, these are all the beginning stages of Armageddon. Okay, as people of the world know it. But let's go back to Revelation 13 and finish that out.
Start back at 6.
Because the world war coming, that's also prophecy. Okay, this is gonna happen first.
Right.
Okay, the mark of the beast is gonna come first. Okay, and we believe that through this COVID-19,
Right.
they're gonna implement this mark of the beast, because we already see it in other countries. They talking about we got a identifier for everybody. What could they possibly have? A wristband? No, they getting ready to implement this chip. It's gonna be mandatory.
Right.
That chip holds your medical records. They having a problem doing the tracing. Okay, well, this person had it. Let's trace it back. People are talking about, I got privacy rights and I want to exercise my constitutional rights. So they run into roadblocks, which they already knew these things. It's all just a big facade. It's all playing. This is how Esau knows exactly how he's playing this thing out. He's already got the whole blueprint laid out, and he's just playing it out right now. Okay, to lead up into this new world order. Okay, you got it out, so
All right. Revelation 13:16, and he calleth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads,
Yep.
and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
That's right. You know, and that's talking about the RFID microchip, okay, which is plain to see now. Okay, if for some reason you couldn't see it 2 or 3 years ago, which that's amazing, you know, but we know that's just the Most High keeping certain people from not being able to see it, you know, but it should be obvious now that the mark of the beast is the microchip. I mean, just look at how this is going down, okay?
Right.
It's obvious that the mark of the beast is the
Right.
the microchip, you know?
Yep, everything is going digitalized, and
Yes.
through this pandemic, a lot of things that was well, a lot of things that became virtual.
Yes,
You know,
especially dealing with money.
right?
It's going cashless. They got people scared to accept notes and coins
Right.
now because, well, I might get COVID from that money, you know. You see, it's all playing into going cashless, all playing into we need to put this chip out there so people can be safe. People will give up privacy and their rights and so-called, you know, liberties in order to be safe.
Come on.
Fear is a mother, you know. You can make people do what you want if you scare the crap out of them.
Right, and also sell convenience.
Yes,
You
yes, yep. And that word mark goes back to the Greek word charagma,
Right,
okay, which means to insert, okay, to cut, to stamp.
right.
All right.
This man that made this the people. Now the mark is gonna go. You know, this is global. It's for
Yes.
this man got in his mind. He wanted everybody in the earth to get this chip. You know, but let's deal with America. He done made he done made the people of America very lazy. So
Yes.
people in America, they want everything quick and they want it to be convenient. So going cashless, everything being on a digital, virtual, or I'll say artificial intelligence, level.
Right.
That's what the people want.
Yes.
They want everybody love the smartphone.
Yes.
They love their smart thermostat and their smart refrigerator and their robotic vacuum and
Yes.
all this stuff.
Like the Jetsons, you know. They
Yeah.
want to live this futuristic thing, you know.
The only thing they missing is to the Internet of Things, and one can look that up. Just Google Internet of Things, and the videos will pop up of what that is. But to tie us into all these this RFID technology through these different devices like your thermostat, your phone, your what's some other things that
Smart device, a smart TV.
Yeah, smart
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 refrigerator.
TV. Just like you can take your phone and you can cast what's on your phone onto your smart TV.
Yes.
The only thing they missing now is to tie the people into or make the people an actual device, or have that chip technology in them so that they can basically communicate with the devices.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Because you had mentioned how it's going to be, worldwide,
Right.
because it's happening here, how the elder was going into that this is the main place that Esau, pushes out that vibration of wickedness, and this is where, ultimately this is where that judgment is going to come. But that RFID chip, the mark of the beast, how the scripture says that he caused it all, both rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So there's Revelation 3 verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them. In that hour of temptation, within that is that mark of the beast. You see, so it says to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yep.
So this is a worldwide thing that Esau, is creating. It's happening all over the world, but this is the main place and where he wants it to succeed.
Yeah. Because for the most part, people around the world, they follow the
Mhm.
trends of America.
Right.
You know,
And this would be the, you know, because you got other parts of the world that's pretty much they moving way quicker with this as far as having the people accustomed to cashless society. Like what was that? Is it Switzerland? That pretty much they didn't went what cashless.
Right.
Yep.
But India,
India. Yep.
you know,
China.
so it's other countries there that they pretty much ahead of America, I say.
Yep.
You know, but it's you know this once America is accepted this way, then they can fully, you know, we going global with it.
Yes.
Because once this place, what's gonna have to happen is America collapsing economically is gonna be the justification for them to okay because everybody depending on the American
Yep.
economy.
Yep.
You see, so if this place go down now, look, we gotta switch this money system worldwide so that this can never happen again.
Yep.
You know.
And it's gonna be presented as a good thing. This is something that's necessary in order to save the world. You know, in order to save humanity, we need this chip. And at first, it's gonna be voluntary, but they already know that it's gonna be resistance. It's already set up
Right.
for that. Okay, well, you can't go back to school. Okay, you can't get your paycheck because it just said that no man may buy or sell. You ain't gonna be able to buy goods and get services without this chip.
Right.
Okay, so what you think? Okay, after about a week or so, that this sit in. Okay, because you got to think. You know, look at the economy right now. Okay, it's hanging on a thread. So when this thing just kaplode,
Right.
people are gonna be hungry.
This place is propped up on a badiat, that's that Hebrew word for thick clay and Habakkuk. Was that the second chapter? We don't gotta get it, but it's propped up on a bunch of bailouts,
Yes.
money, debt,
Yeah.
stimulus money. You know.
Yes.
So they come on with the new stimulus package.
Right.
You know, they passed the CARES Act. That was what, 3 trillion. Now they playing that little game
Right.
like they're against each other.
Right.
Democrats
Right.
against Republicans. They don't know if they're gonna bring in the heroes or they're gonna bring in the Hills Act. You know?
Right.
And what the Hills is 1 trillion, and I think the Heroes is what? That's the one that. No, I'm sorry. The Heroes is 3 trillion.
Yeah, that's the
Hills is 1 trillion. The CARES Act was like 2.3 trillion.
Right. The biggest
You know?
ever in history.
So the more money, if they borrow that lump sum of money like that, you know, somewhere here in the near future, that could drive this place into hyperinflation.
Yes.
Right.
You know.
Yes.
So we just waiting to see what's gonna happen, how this thing is gonna play out.
Yep.
But we know that their mindset is they gonna implement this chip, make it mandatory.
Yes.
You know, kids to be at the school, public school, for people to be on these jobs, to enter these hospitals and deal with the medical
Yep.
facilities. You know.
Yep. And they already showing you how they doing it at certain jobs. You know, there's a microchip. What is it? The microchip. The act that they just passed up there. Is it Michigan?
I'm not sure.
But it's basically a act or bill to say, you know, that you don't have to take the microchip. You know, I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head. I'd have to look at my phone. But why would they even have this act in the first place? Because they got the chip, man. Okay? And they showing you, when they show these people that take the chip at their job, oh, well, it's easy to gain access into the job. You know, when I go to the printer, I ain't got to put in my code at the printer to use the printer. Just simple, like the brother they went into, convenience. Okay? They're making it seem as though it's a convenient
The
thing.
microchip protection act.
That's it right there. Yes. what is it? Number what? 5672.
Yeah, 5672.
That's
Bill 5672.
Why would they have that? Because the microchip is in play.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, another big part of this man's system is his the legal system or the judicial system, going into these courts, smaller courts, the criminal courts, and now to get up in there, you got to go in there for court. You know, they got to, well, everywhere, but I'm using this as an example. They scanning your forehead.
Yep.
You got to walk through the metal detector.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a big place that they, or maybe one of the first places too that they gonna have. You gonna have to have that chip to deal
Gain
with.
access.
Yeah, and you can't just say F court. You
Right.
can't say, you know what, I don't want to. You know,
Right.
you gotta go to court.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
That chip is just gonna make things a whole lot
Right.
more simpler and easier. Okay. Just like your smartphone made everything simpler and easier for you.
right,
I can look on this thing and I ain't got to worry about trying to get. I ain't gonna get lost where I'm going. I got it right here on my phone. People are totally dependent on this technology now.
Right.
A person will lose their mind if they leave their phone at the house. You know, it's all conditioning. Okay, it's all mental conditioning for us to be linked through not robotics, but through AI.
exactly. Biometrics.
Yes, biometrics.
You know,
Yes.
bio would mean earth, or measuring the body.
Measure the body. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that chip technology could replace scanners and all
Yes.
that. You have to go through
Yes.
metal detectors, and they have to do all that type of stuff.
Yep.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
All the capabilities of that, what that chip can do.
Yep. But it's written in prophecy. So
Right.
guess what? It's gonna happen. As the scriptures say, the Lord's word won't return into him void.
Right.
Okay? It's gonna accomplish. Okay? What we holding? Yeah, let's bring that out.
Well, you want to start?
Start at one.
too.
Cause real quick, cause the brother had made a statement. You know, Esau wants to. His ultimate thing is to have total control of everybody
Right,
and everything because he thinks he's the most high.
right.
You know, and the scriptures speak about that in 2 Thessalonians. Okay,
That's it.
you got it out?
Yes, sir.
Come on, bring it out.
All right, this is 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'm going to start at verse 3.
Yeah.
The point is really in verse 4. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition,
Yes.
who is Esau."
Yes.
The man of sin, the son of perdition, are the Edomites that go back to their forefather Esau,
Yep.
and really is dealing with the elites,
Yeah.
the ruling class of Edom.
Which is Amalek,
That's it.
the Amalekites. Okay, can't really speak about them too much. They'll take you down quick, you know, because it's as the famous quote from Voltaire says, to learn who's in rulership, you know, who can't you talk about? You know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, you say something about Amalek and boy, they coming at you quick. So that lets you know that they in power, man. Okay? You got it out.
So 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, who oppose it, is the man of sin,
Yes.
who opposed it and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worship,
Mm-hmm.
so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Yes. And you see, it's like the brother said, who oppose it? It's not asking who like in asking a question. See, that's a problem. It's just a side note. That's why Jake don't know how to read the scriptures, you know, because they see who and they think, oh, it's asking a question. No, it's not saying
Right.
who. It's saying who, as in who does this.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's one reason why they come out with all these different translations,
Exactly.
so that they could really tamper with the understanding
Yep.
Of the scriptures. Because I remember this one girl a long time ago. She said she can't stand reading the King James. She was one of them holy rollers or whatever. And she said, see, she was trying to read the scripture. See, that's why I don't like reading this. And she threw the book down and got her
Oh,
she got her
man.
Bible that had it
Yeah,
tells you what it's saying. It's breaking down the scriptures as you read.
Right. Yeah.
So she wanted to, okay, see, this is what it's saying. It says it right here. You know. But I want to say this, make another point. It says who oppose it.
Right.
You know, and the proof that this man is in complete opposition
Yes.
of everything that the Most High laid out in the earth, you know, is this man wants to recreate everything. You know, this man wants to he wants to turn everything into synthetic and AI, artificial intelligence. Just like when you see some type of food or drink and it says artificial, you know that's not
Really?
right. So let's, matter of fact, somebody get that word artificial. Baba Kusha. Bring that word out real quick. So not we the intelligence, the animals, how the Most High set everything up. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. But Esau said, "I'm gonna recreate everything.
Yes.
I'm gonna turn the natural into GMO.
Yes.
The foods, you know, domestic. Make instead of giving real medicine, they giving you synthetic chemicals.
Yes.
You know, and then instead of having us to be how the Most High created us, let me put a chip in them so I can modify and recreate the Most High creation.
Yeah. Hell, you can go to this man and tell him you want to be the opposite sex of what you are, and he's so proud. Oh, I can change you into a woman,
Right?
Because he opposed it and he exalted himself, okay, as the Most High.
Right. I'm on a class, he's gonna classify gender.
Yeah. Yes.
You know? I'm gonna tell you what gender is. I know this is how the Most High told they set it up, obviously. But look, I'm gonna redo this because I'm the Most High.
Yes. Yep.
Well, if brother got it artificial, I just want to get that word
it on
artificial.
here said late 14th century, meaning not natural or spontaneous.
Damn.
Man, we could really stop right there.
Come on.
Just like when you see something that say artificial,
Right.
especially for us brothers, we don't want to deal. We're not gonna deal with it.
It's not the real thing.
Artificial flavors.
Right. What the hell is that?
Right. So they want everything to be AI.
Yes.
Damn.
Artificial intelligence. This is the way I'm gonna set it up.
Right. Virtual reality.
Yeah, virtual reality.
not reality. Not what's real. Virtual. You know?
Artificial reality.
Yes. Everything is artificial.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah. Intelligence is artificial.
Right.
Again, this is all conditioning for the mark of the beast, man. Okay? And we at the end, this is finna come. This is about to hit real hard, real soon.
Right.
We don't have much time left.
Right.
This thing is winding down fast, man.
Right.
It seemed like we was just doing a live yesterday. It seemed like we were just here yesterday. This week is a blur. You know?
And to show you that Jake, you know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they so gone and can't see. They see shit happening and they like, damn, this is devastating. Nobody's ever seen this in their lifetime. Our grandparents haven't seen this, you know?
Right.
Yet they think things are going to eventually go back to how they used to be.
The way they were.
You know? Nah, y'all better have fun now. As much fun as y'all can. You know? Is whatever y'all can get in during this pandemic, you better do it. Because this place is done.
Yes.
It ain't going back to how it used to be.
Because every time something's happened in the past, it always went back.
Right.
It always got reset somehow, some way, it found its way back to normalcy.
Yep.
But that ain't happening this time.
Right. It's not gonna happen. This is it. Okay. What we had that Habakkuk?
Come.
Yeah, bring that out.
Con, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, starting at verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables,
Right.
that he may run that readeth it.
And that's what you see us doing right now.
Right.
You know, we're making it plain. I mean, just as simple as we could make this to be understood through the Spirit, that's what you see happening right now. We're giving the understanding through the
Right.
power of the Heavenly Father and His Son of what this book is actually talking about.
Right. Simplify it.
Simplifying it.
Like the scriptures say, make
Yes.
it plain
Yes.
upon the table.
Yes.
Come.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And I was gonna say, if I could say this real quick, to show you how backwards our people are. When I was a so-called preacher in the so-called church, our so-called pastor went into this, and he actually had us write our vision down, what we wanted out of life, write it down and place it somewhere in your house, so when somebody came to visit you, they could literally read your vision and make it plain upon the table, and then it was all your desires, what you wanted to do.
Boy.
And it's a multitude of people out there living by that right now,
Of
because
course.
they've been misled on that, man. That just show you how off these wacky tacky Christians are,
Yeah,
man.
that's some strong wine.
Yeah,
Right.
Not plain upon tables whatsoever.
Oh, no, man. That is whack. Go ahead, bro.
Come, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
That's right. And we are approaching some of those appointed times. We've already approached and are dealing with certain appointed times. Okay, certain visions have taken place, and there's more to come. Okay, that chip is gonna be fully implemented. All right, that's a prophecy. Okay, World War III, that's a prophecy that's gonna happen. The time of Jacob's trouble, we're in the beginning stages of that. Okay,
Right.
these are visions that were appointed for certain times. This is that time,
Right.
the end. Okay, you got it. Huh?
Come. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak
Yes.
and not lie.
And not lie. See, it's speaking now. Okay, even
Right.
men that that preach Israel. Okay, that at one point didn't believe that the mark of the beast was the microchip, are now changing their tune on that.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
because they see it.
Right. That the speaking is the prophecies coming to pass.
Exactly.
What the prophets of old wrote down, okay, they're now well, these last prophecies,
Mm-hmm.
in the last days they coming to pass.
Yeah, that's right. It's a moan now.
Come. It says, though it tarry, wait for it,
Mm-hmm.
because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
It will not tarry. And we see, matter of fact, get that scripture, it say, for the elect's sake,
It's shortening.
yes, come on. And we know we at the end, what it say in Daniel, that knowledge shall be increased.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes. You got it, Oxalot.
Matthew 24 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
Except those days should be shortened.
Those days, these days here, okay, these last days.
I read the verses one.
Come on.
Matthew 24 and 21, it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Yep.
No, nor ever shall be.
Yep. Hey, Daniel 12 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is telling you this is talking about these times we living in right now. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
The elect's sake. That say a lot too. You know, this is specifying why these things are being done. Who is this for? Who is this being done for? It didn't say all of Israel. It said the elect's sake. Okay, so there's an elect of the nation of Israel. There's a remnant. Okay,
that's it.
Not all of
Daniel 12?
I'm sorry.
Did you want that Daniel 12?
Yeah, we can get it.
Come.
No, there's a what was I saying?
The elect.
Yes.
I got a precept too.
The Israel of God, as it says in the scriptures.
Yes.
Go.
Ephesians 6:16, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be unto them, and mercy upon the Israel of the Most High.
Read it one more time, Bible Shop.
Ephesians 6:16, as many as walk according to this rule.
So do all walk according to the rule? No.
Right. And this is Paul speaking through an epistle that he wrote, all right, to the church of Ephesus.
Right.
Which were Israelites.
Yes.
Right? And we got to walk according to what Paul was saying. That's right.
Yes.
Because he was saying the same thing that Peter, John, James, and the rest of the apostles,
Yes.
Was saying.
Yes.
They all was on the same accord.
Yes.
It says, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be unto them.
Because a lot of these so-called Christians got a problem with Paul's writings. The scriptures say all scripture is given by the inspiration of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So it could have been any man that the Most High used, but it just happened. It was Paul. That was his life.
Yeah, Paul was a special man. The Most High laid a heavy.
Yep.
Through this, Yahweh Shem Yahushua laid a heavy load of understanding upon Paul.
And imagine his whole transition. He went from persecuting the church to doing the work to save the church. You see, that's a heavy transition. You got it out.
Peace be unto them and mercy.
Them, yes.
Upon the Israel of the Most High.
The elect. He got a certain, you got all of Israel. Okay? But you got a certain portion of Israel that he's elected to be saved. Okay? Not all of Israel is going to make it. This is for the elect's sake. That's why we say, we hope to edify the elect. Because that's what this is about, edifying the elect. Okay? There was some more in there?
That was it.
Oh, okay.
That quick precept.
Oh, you had something?
No, I said that was
come on. What we had? Daniel?
Daniel.
Yeah, let's get Daniel.
This is Daniel chapter 12 and start at 1.
Real quick, guys.
I'm sorry. It's a lot. It is a quick precept to go with that Galatians 6 and 16, Romans 9 and 7. It says, 9 and 6. Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
Yep. That's right.
That was it. It's a lot.
The elect. Okay, that's what this is about. Yes, the elect's sake. Okay, see, and you still got guys out there that's trying to reach all of Israel. All of Israel ain't gonna wake up. And everybody that's called ain't chose.
Right.
Okay? I mean, come on, man. The scriptures is clear about that. But it ain't for everybody to get. You asked you
No, that was it.
Yeah, come on. Bring out that Daniel line.
Come on. This is Daniel chapter 12, starting at 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Right. Michael the archangel. This ain't talking about the Lord, okay? Because you got guys that teach that, you know.
Right.
Go ahead, Ike.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Now this is clearly at the end,
Right.
okay? And read it one more time.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people,
Yes.
and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
And see, the brother had just read that in the book of St. Matthew.
Right.
For the elect's sake, those days should be shortened, okay? Because we are in that time, okay? And it's that time is the end, okay?
Yep.
You got it out.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered,
Yeah.
everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah. So everybody ain't written in that book,
Right.
okay? It's talking about the elect, all right? You got it.
And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake,
Yep.
some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Yes. That does represent confusion, okay? They're gonna be ones that stay in that confused state and be destroyed. And they're gonna be ones that are gonna wake up out of that confused state and be delivered, okay? At that time.
Right.
Yo,
And Jake is gonna hold their head, the ones
yes,
that didn't get right,
yes,
that were not a part of the elect, which that's how the Most High set it up, you know. Yeah, they're gonna be ashamed for a long time. They're gonna have a good life, you know, they're gonna be righteous, but they're gonna feel ashamed for a long time about, you know, them not taking heed to Yahweh Shem Yahushai through the words of the prophet.
that's right.
Or the words of the Most High that he bestowed upon the people through the prophets.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
You got it, man.
You want to go, keep on?
Yeah, come.
Come. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
Read that one more time.
And they that be wise shall
Who's the ones that's wise?
Right.
Who are the ones that are using this wisdom?
Right.
Yep.
Okay? And that's ultimately the elect. Okay?
That's right.
They are the wise, the prophets. Okay?
Yeah. Because the scriptures say in Amos 3 and 7, the Most High revealed his secrets unto his servants,
Right.
the prophets.
Yes.
But surely the Most High will do nothing.
That's it.
He revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Yes. Okay?
Like I said, also last week, they say the elect attained it and the rest were blinded.
That's right. Yeah.
Right, right. At Romans 11 and 7.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right. You got it out.
Come. And they that be wise shall shine as bright as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But
And turn many to righteousness. How can you get turned to righteousness? By hearing this word.
Right.
right,
Okay? This word is what clean you up. All right? This would turn you to righteousness, the hearing of the word.
Right.
Okay?
that vision.
Yeah. And how you gonna hear that? Through the mouth of the prophets. Because again, the Most High shall do nothing, but he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. They are the ones that are speaking the words of Yahweh Shem
Right.
Yahushai. Okay? And that word, when you hear that word, that's what turned you from your wickedness to righteousness. So it's saying the ones that did this, that's the prophets.
Right.
Okay? The ones that's preaching.
Yeah, and they say they shining as the brightness of the firmament.
Straight up.
Right.
You know, with what? That the
Yes,
word.
yes.
The understanding of it.
Yes.
You know?
this light, which ultimately is Yahweh Shai. The understanding of this book. Okay? Go ahead, out.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
Yes. Now, the understanding is out again. Okay? Remember that falling away?
Right.
Now the book has been opened again. Okay? And the understanding is out there. All right?
Quick precept.
Yes, sir.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 8:1. It says, "Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine,
Yes.
and the boldness of his face shall be changed." Going into the previous verse about the wise man shining as the firmament of the sun. Shining as the firmament.
Con. Yep. You read that one more time?
Con. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 8:1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? Meaning the understanding. When you can interpret something, you understand.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Right. Say like you come up on ancient languages that's carved in stone.
Right.
Then you interpret, okay, well this is saying, oh, okay.
Right.
So we have to go that direction. I mean, you understand what that is
Right.
up there.
Or you read a passage, whatever it may be, and then you give the understanding or the interpretation of what you read.
Yes. You make it plain on tape.
We went through those exercises and this Esau's bullshit ass school systems. You had to read this and then you had to give an explanation
what that's talking about. Yeah. Yep.
It says, "A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine."
Yep.
"And the boldness of his face shall be changed."
That's right. Yeah. Through this wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Okay. It's a little more than that. Come on.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And that's obviously now.
Right.
I mean, I can grab that phone and look up damn near anything I want to know.
Right. But based upon the World Wide Web.
Yes.
Yep. And that's really how the knowledge increase.
Yep.
Through this man putting up them satellites.
Yep.
Right. Setting up the feed horn.
Yep.
So them signals can bounce all around the world.
Yep.
And we can receive information, in a split second. Because pretty much all the brothers that woke up to the fact that we the Israelites and started teaching this understanding, we got it through the internet.
Yes.
Over 10 years ago, 12 years ago, going on 14 years ago, something like that. From the time the apostles came on the YouTube, back in the summer of 2007, up until this very day. You know?
At one point we had even got really kind of a scoff,
Right.
by them guys, the hidden truth. This was years ago, and he was basically being like one of those wicked Pharisees, saying, "Oh, I was raised in this. I've been taught that I was Israelite. My parents knew they was Israelites. Y'all learned that y'all was Israelites from watching YouTube." Like, to discredit us from finding out that we was Israelites through YouTube. The Most High set that up.
Exactly.
Speaking about the World Wide Web is in the scriptures.
That's it.
Okay? The Most High set this platform up for the word to go out through all. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book.
Psalm 19.
Yes.
Want to get it up?
And get
Psalm 19. Start at 1.
St. Matthew, I find it where it say, "And this gospel shall be preached in all the world, and shall the end come." Yes.
Is that it?
I
The Great
think so.
Commission scripture?
Let me see.
Maybe something else.
Psalms 19, you said?
Yeah, Psalm 19, I believe you started the first verse.
Let me get that down.
Con, you can go ahead and bring it out.
This Psalm is 19, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork.
Right, so this is twofold. It's talking about the stars, the sun, the moon, because through the the stars giving off setting forming certain constellations, you can we don't have that knowledge no more, okay? But you can read the different stars. I'm sorry, the constellation of the stars, and it give off interpretation of different things. One thing is like whether we gonna have a good crop. Like a farmer could, if he had that knowledge, he could look up at the constellation and he could tell
How the
whether
season goes.
how the season is gonna be. Gonna have a successful crop or it's gonna be a bad year.
Right.
And there's so go ahead.
Verse 2. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Right, so that's what. Matter of fact, read it from the top real quick.
Psalm 19, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High.
Right, we see it. It's a glorious sight, to see the moon. My daughter will walk outside. She'll come outside and she'll look up. She'll say the moon. Now the scriptures do tell us not to be dismayed at the with the works of the heavens.
Right.
In the book of Jeremiah, with Jeremiah 10. So we're supposed to look at it and just know that the Most High set all this up. From the top one more time.
Psalms 19, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High.
Right.
And the firmament showeth his handiwork.
Right, go ahead.
Day unto day uttereth speech.
Right, and the day unto day uttereth speech, meaning the constellation of the stars, the moon tells you certain signs that's gonna happen. We read about the blood moon, all right? So and it declares certain things is gonna happen in the earth. Right. So and that's a metaphor for the stars and the sun and the moon speaking. Uttering things in the earth.
Yes. Showing signs.
Right. And also Salakia is talking about the satellites being up there. The satellites being up there and allowing the word of the Most High to go all across the globe.
Yes.
That's really the handiwork. He set up Esau to show his handiwork that way through the worldwide web. Ain't that amazing? We would have never thought, in our lifetime when we was younger, there was gonna be a time we could get on a computer. Let's not even deal with the cell phone.
Right.
To get on the computer and be able to do the things we can do through the computer or a laptop.
Right.
When they came out with PowerPoint and how you could take the videos and stuff off the internet and you could make a presentation out of it. I was in the 7th grade. That shit had blew my mind. I was in awe at PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Presentation. Go ahead,
Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Yeah.
Why? Because this word is constantly going out, even when we not teaching.
That's right.
Because you can watch the old videos.
Yep.
On the web.
Anytime.
Any time of the day, any time of the night. You having trouble sleeping? Oh shit, let me turn on the video.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Go ahead. And more on it.
Verse 3, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Right. So how is that that happening? Because this word is going out through the World Wide Web.
Yes.
And what does it take for this word to go out? It takes them satellites to be up there in the heavens.
Yep.
Okay? To transmit the signal.
Right. Yep.
Verse 4, their line has gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them had he set a tabernacle for the sun.
Yep. That's it. So you got
St. Matthew.
okay.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
find
bring
it?
it out. I
Okay.
killed him. It was 24.
Mr. Booker, 9 chapter 21, verse 12. He said, and because the iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we see that.
Yeah, we in that time right now. The crime rate is off the record.
Oh, that
Yeah.
news alert thing.
They call news
Oh,
break.
Yeah, oh, it go off all damn day. Sometimes I just gotta turn that thing off.
Right, and it's an app. No matter what city you in across
Yes.
the U.S., and maybe I don't know about the other countries, but here in the U.S., whatever city you in, it tell you what's going on. It's basically mainly no local news, but it do give you some national news
Right.
here and there. You know,
But say this just real quick. When you watch the news now, it's not just so much that crime done increased.
hmm
It's the nature of the crimes now.
yeah.
This some
Right,
shit
right,
that
right.
you couldn't fathom this 20 years ago that Jake would go in there at 12 years old and mow down the babysitter or slice his mama up. I mean, it's just how horrific and heinous these crimes are.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, that done escalated. It's like,
Right.
damn, who'd ever thought of some shit like that?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake is going live on Facebook and Instagram murdering people.
Right.
Shit, I'm finna murder this boy. You know, Jake is holding the phone, showing himself murdering somebody. Like,
Yeah. And the
Damn.
scripture is telling us because iniquity shall abound.
yes,
And who's the man of sin?
That's
He's
it.
in power.
that's it.
He's making it bountiful. Iniquity is bountiful in this fucking place. You know? It says abound,
Because
Is it
iniquity
abound?
shall
Yeah,
abound.
man.
yeah, that abound meaning like an overflow,
Yes.
beyond measure.
Yes.
So sin is going, this man then
It's
went out
going,
overboard with
Yes.
making the peoples of the earth transgress the law.
Yes.
Especially right here in America.
Yes. It's going beyond the boundary.
Right.
Okay, just like when you playing football, you catch the ball, you run down the sideline, you can't step out the sideline because what then? You out of bounds. You see,
Mhm.
it's abounding, meaning it's going over the measurement.
Right.
You know?
It's an overflowing of wickedness. You know, it's a spring of
Yeah.
Damn.
Of living with wickedness.
Right. That's why everybody is cutthroat.
Yes.
It's a doggy dog world
Yeah.
out here.
Yes.
You know.
That's why, like, you know, we've heard different testimonies. You know, people see brothers out and about and they look at us like, dang, they really cut for each other. Because that's not common no
Right.
more. Jake is cutthroat. Can't trust nobody. Who do I trust? Me. Yeah, because you can't trust nobody. But that's why we all have a level of trust with each other.
Right.
You know?
We don't gotta. I'm sorry.
Don't
bro.
go- got it. Go ahead, bro.
It's like
It's
to cut
good.
you up. Nah, we don't gotta worry about another brother committing adultery against another
Right.
brother.
Right.
You know, or stealing,
Yeah.
or we dealing with money and then we shysting each other.
Yes.
You know why? Because we upholding the law, statutes, and
That's
commandments of the scriptures.
Yes. Which are the opposite of iniquity.
Exactly.
Okay.
You see, that's how you cut out iniquity,
Yes.
or cut out. Cut out the effects of iniquity is just not sin,
That's it.
or cut that down. You know, cut the sin down. You know, the
Yes.
level of sin down. You know, we can't live sin free because we're in the flesh, but we can rehearse the righteous acts way better than what we did. Well, we can rehearse the righteous acts.
Yeah.
a lot better.
You
You know, we wasn't rehearsing nothing back in the world. You know, we was a part of that iniquity.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
so like,
And that's the curse was in Deuteronomy. It shall be vile towards your brother.
right,
Yeah.
right.
What's going on?
That's
And
right.
now that's even worse
Worse.
because this man, I mean, he's going full throttle in every category. You know, let's say in wickedness. You
Yes.
know? He's going full throttle because he know that he has but a short time.
Yep.
You know, he want to turn this place. He want to turn the people out,
Yeah.
and he have done a very good job of doing
Yeah.
doing so. Like you got Jakes out there that'll prey on her. They'll see a girl, she'll be a decent girl, you know, decent, and like, we gonna turn her out.
Yeah, yeah. Get her full of this Molly.
Right,
And she ain't gonna know what hit her.
right,
You know? But where do they get these ideas? A large majority of it is through the music that they listen to. But who run the music industry? Esau. He's the reason why all these little songs is programming Jake to sit there, hold pistols and smoke dope, and go out and rob the cat that live next door and steal a little bit he got. Then it's a retaliation, and it's a non-ending cycle. Okay, but he's the one that's allowing iniquity to flourish like this.
right. And then keeping the people oppressed and broke.
Yes, yes.
You know, that's a lot of crime is gonna come out of that.
Of course.
You know, but the scriptures say you give a man his fair shake. You know, you're supposed to deal just.
You're right.
Supposed to be setting Esau, instead of him setting up the peoples for success, he's doing the exact opposite.
That's right.
Like we read in 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter, he opposed it and exalted himself
Yes.
above all that is called the Most High.
That's right.
Roughly paraphrasing. You see, that's what the law is about: setting up our nation for success
Yep.
and doing business honest with the other nations.
Yes. Yes.
You know, like for example, King Solomon, he was just with Hiram of good,
Yep.
right? He didn't deal with him
Right.
in a jacked up manner. You know,
Yeah. These other nations should not be able to say, well, them Hebrew Israelites, they don't deal with them. They don't deal right.
right?
No, we deal right. You know. What was it? Come on.
in scripture.
It was
Yeah. Yeah.
that was 24:12. I'm gonna start back at the top.
You can go to 13.
13. Okay, it's the book of Matthew, 24th chapter, verse 13. He say, but he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved.
And that's the elect.
Verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all of the world for the witness unto the all nations.
Yes. So this gospel of the kingdom of heaven shall be preached in all the world. How was that able to happen? We just went through it, through the World Wide Web. Okay?
That's it. Not like, you know, during the time of Paul, he had missions he went on.
Yeah.
Okay. It got like in the back of my scriptures, in the back of a lot of different scriptures, it'll show you
His journeys.
Paul's journeys. I believe it's called. Let me see. Yeah, it said, yeah, Paul missionary journeys. That's what mine say. And it show you how he had to physically
Yes.
travel, and even the you know, the apostles or the disciples which became apostles, you know, they talk about in the book of Acts how 3,000 was converted in one day.
Right.
You know, so they all the ones that believed in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and was the ones that taught, they had to go out and travel to get the word out.
Right.
Now the internet and here these last days is doing all the heavy lifting, all the walking and all the, you know, traveling.
Yes.
You know, we don't gotta do like what Nate is saying.
Yeah.
I believe from what I heard, he said he wanted the congregation to buy him a jet. They sending him monies for like a jet fund, so he can sell the earth, not sell, well fly around the world,
Right.
and spread the word. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to.
Right.
We can put these videos up on the internet,
Yes.
on the YouTube or the other platform, but we deal with the YouTube. You know.
And that's how we woke up. The brothers that's on the other side of the earth, that's how they woke up. Nobody got on a plane or ship and sailed to the other side of the world. No. The Most High set it up to where this word will go out through that World Wide Web.
Right, and that's exactly how it went out.
Yep.
It didn't happen no other way.
Nope.
It happened that way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we know we are in the end. Oh, that's another way we know we're in the end. That you got brothers waking up, or they done woke up over in Europe.
Yeah.
You know,
Africa.
Africa, all throughout
Germany.
the Central
Yeah.
and
Right.
Central America. You know,
Japan.
down in South America.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. In Alaska,
Yeah. Yeah.
Canada,
Yeah.
Peru.
Yeah.
Peru,
Right.
Jamaica.
right?
You know, the Bahamas.
In many different languages,
Yeah.
but you always hear Yahweh, Yahweh Shah,
Yeah.
no matter what they speaking, bro.
Yep.
With a brother in Germany that
Mhm.
you know woke up, I
Yep.
believe.
Finish that out.
Okay, he
And
said,
somebody gets second after 6 and started started 18. Go ahead, Al.
he said, ain't a witness unto all the nation, and then shall the end come.
Then shall the end come. This word that went out through the World Wide Web. Then
Yeah.
shall the end come. So guess where we at? Again, the end. Because the word that went out. Anytime, any day, 24/7, you can get online and hear the gospel.
Come.
Somebody got it.
Second Ezra 6 verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
The second Ezra 6 verse 18, and it said, "Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and will begin to make
Inquisition.
inquisitions the one of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Sion shall be fulfilled."
Yes. The affliction of Sion being fulfilled when our captivity is up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The Most High is visiting this place right now. Okay? We almost out of here. Go ahead,
Verse 20, "And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show thee tokens,
These tokens.
Yeah, and it ain't talking about the actual world,
Mhm.
Right.
okay? Because like the scriptures talk about in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, I think the 13th verse, is gonna be new heaven and a new earth. It's not talking about the Most High is gonna recreate
Right.
the spiritual realm,
Right.
the heavens or the heaven, and then bring about a new world. I
Right.
believe Vocab Malone said it's gonna, the most God is gonna create a new, brand new earth. Like this earth is gonna
Right.
be burned up, and then he's gonna make a new earth. No,
And he could do that,
Yes.
but that's not what's gonna happen.
like
Right.
that's not what's written in the script.
Exactly.
You trying to
We adding on.
yeah, adding on and taking away. You know, it's talking about this world, the Esau's world.
Right.
Okay, it's vanishing. This
Yes.
man is going down, man.
Yes.
Vanishing.
And I believe, I believe when you go into that word new in the Greek, kainos,
Kain.
Kainos.
really meaning fresh.
To make it fresh.
Make new.
Yeah, to make
refresh.
this place a paradise again.
Yeah.
A paradise and beyond.
Yes.
Eden.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Just gonna hit the reset button, man. It needs to be reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Most High gonna take it beyond what how it was in the beginning.
Yes. The scriptures
You
say
know?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it better than what it was at the first.
Yes.
Shit, man.
Right. And we seeing this place. Do we seeing Esau's world?
Go down
Okay.
the turtle.
Right.
Because the scripture we also in the same chapter, 2nd Ezra, what 6?
Mm-hmm.
It say that Esau is the end of the world.
Yes.
So Esau's world, his Ion, how it's pronounced? That
Eon's
His
word.
age.
yeah, his age of rulership, time of rule is going diminishing.
Right.
And we see it. Like we go back to you go back to the ancient Roman Empire, pagan Roman Empire. Okay, what was some of the signs that showed that kingdom was going down?
Yep. Yep.
The money system was going down,
Being devalued.
being devalued, debased.
Yes.
How you want to say it?
Mhm.
Okay, the military was spread thin,
Yes.
and they wasn't able to pay them. Pay the military. How they should. Like now, You know, you go look at them armed force centers. You know, them where you sign up to get into one of the branches of the
recruiting
military,
stations.
recruiting stations.
They in there, but
Ain't nobody in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing passing through there but the wind.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I seen one. I forget where I was at. I was somewhere in the city, and I was in a shopping center and had one of the recruiting stations. I seen one Moabite. He was out there looking weird, looking like he needed some money.
Yep.
Because that's why people get into the military. But now they're like, damn, I get into the military.
Yep.
You know, it really ain't no benefit.
Hell no.
You got to stay up in there for years.
Yes.
I got to retire up out of that thing to really come out and have, you know, some finer, so-called finer things in life, you know. But you got these people that get out the military, they ain't got shit, you know.
Yeah. Scripture speak against that too. You know, a man of war that's suffering poverty. I mean, the majority of the homeless people downtown is veterans.
Right.
And still walk around with a USS. I'm a veteran of this. Man, you crazy.
With army fatigue.
Yeah,
Another sign, and they got videos on it. The Apostle Tahor and other brothers, they put out videos, documentaries that's on YouTube showing the comparison of ancient Rome to America.
Yep. The fall of ancient Rome.
You cut the
Go ahead, brother.
Now you cut the head off the snake, so to speak. Then the rest of the body or the whole snake is gonna die.
Yep.
You know, so America would be like the where the power lies, so to speak,
Right.
to the beast.
Yes.
It even tell you that in Revelation 17 chapter that woman that rode upon the scarlet colored beast. You know what I'm saying? She was in power and running shit.
Yeah.
You slay her, knock her off the beast, and the beast is gonna go down.
Yeah.
You know? And what I was gonna say was another thing is that moral corruption, so to speak.
Oh man.
But morality is just
Not
there's
there.
no moral fabric,
Exactly.
so to speak, within that society.
Right.
And that's what we see.
Yes.
I mean, this place is lawless when it comes to morals. You know?
We could go on for days speaking on that.
Come on.
There is no moral standard here.
Yes. So this place is vanishing away. Man.
Yes.
And Jake want to go back to it.
Shit. Jake is hoping and praying, oh, this COVID be done. Go back how it was.
Right. So I can go sit in the restaurant with them big king crab legs and lobster with that hot butter.
And take a picture of it. Jake Simple sitting there with a bill bone. Giving lobster and butter.
Right. With a margarita.
Yeah, a big margarita with salt on the rim.
God damn.
Go ahead,
There's a second Ezra. Can I get just a quick reset?
Yeah, brother. Go
You know,
ahead.
just to back up the elder brother going into how the earth is gonna, you know, it's not talking about the world itself, you know, being done away with by
Right.
a system, you know, which is a wicked system.
Yes.
So this is Ecclesiastes 1 verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. See, so the earth itself, it's always going to be here.
Yes.
Right.
But because Esau has an end, you know, out of all the creations, Esau has an end. But the earth, there's no reason for the earth to be, you know, done away with.
Right.
The earth hasn't done nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, innocent
It
earth.
tell you in the book of,
It's being abused.
tell you in the book of Daniel 2:44 that all kingdoms are gonna eventually fall. The only one that's gonna stand for eternity is Yahweh's kingdom.
That's right.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh why Israel's kingdom.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Going back to 2nd Ezra 6 verse 20, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these things, these tokens, the books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together.
He's talking about that World Wide Web.
Yeah,
Right.
the tokens going in the signs.
Yes.
Like with the Most High told Abraham, he was going with the circumcision. That was going to be a token or a sign for, you know, the Most High dealing with Abraham's in his chosen line.
Yes.
I'm cutting you out from everybody else.
Right.
And this is the token or the sign, you know, to show that circumcision,
Yes,
you know.
that's right.
Come on.
I think that's it.
Come on. I think so.
Yeah, you read all 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Come on.
Yep. Just to go into just showing that this word done went out through the web, you know. Anybody had anything?
Mhm.
To go up to 6 and 9.
Okay.
Yeah, con.
Come on. This second Ezra 6 verse 9. For Esau is the
Matter of
end.
fact,
Yeah.
go up.
Verse 7?
It started at 7.
Come on. The second Ezra 6 verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followed? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Now you notice, this is talking about Jacob and Esau.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't mentioning no other nations.
Right.
This is a big deal. This is
Yeah.
why this was removed out of the scriptures.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay? This is why they came with the Bible destruction group.
Exactly.
No, it's saying it right here. Jacob and Esau. Yeah, we gotta forget that, because when you go into the book of Micah, it say he oppressed a man and his heritage.
Right.
You know, they didn't want this to come out. Okay, because it's being specific.
Right.
Right.
The beginning and the end.
This is
Yeah, who's the beginning? Who's the end of the world?
right.
And
And
what
you
goes
know-
on to how you can tell what's
Yeah,
beginning,
yes.
what's ending, and what's
Right,
about to
right.
begin.
This,
Right.
I mean, you can break this down, but I mean, it's so plain already.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. When you read it, you know it ain't talking about Esau as okay. That means something else from what I'm reading
yes,
in the
Right.
scriptures. Like these so-called Christians in the harlot houses, they read the end of the world. They think it's talking about the world is gonna end.
yes,
Yeah.
But right here, like they read this. Oh, that's what that's talking about.
yeah. Esau's the end of the world, and they just talking about that man.
Right.
He's the progenitor of a whole nation,
Right.
a race of people, Edomites.
Right.
Okay.
Why would Ezra be talking about Esau the man, or the Most High be showing him this vision and which is just talking about Esau the man, and this is way down the line.
Yeah.
Esau been
Been
gone.
gone.
But
Well,
he,
it's
well,
gonna-
he been coming back.
Yeah.
The man Esau, but it's talking about the nation.
Right.
Right. But even in one of the wagon tagging Christians' minds, they don't believe in reincarnation. So it still wouldn't make sense that the Most High would talk about Esau. Esau
the
died
end.
a long time
Yeah.
ago. How could he be
He was
talking about
making
Esau?
Genesis.
Yeah. Because y'all don't even believe in reincarnation. So what do you think it's talking
what
about?
could
I
that
mean,
what would you think that's talking about?
Right. And a lot of Jakes don't even, some know and a lot don't about the Apocrypha.
Yeah.
right.
And then Esau is trying to discredit this.
Yes.
Yeah, I done heard
Yeah,
Christians
Esau-
say we don't
We
follow
don't not
the
that little
Apocrypha.
book, no.
We
Not that
follow the
book.
66 books and that's it. That ain't part of the Bible.
Oh, that's Catholic dogma.
Yeah.
Because see, we was raised Catholic. They had the Apocrypha at the Catholic Church, but ask us how many times they went into the Apocrypha.
Right.
The Bible itself they never went into, let alone the Apocrypha.
Why wouldn't anybody in the uproar when was it during the inauguration of Donald Trump? They read out the
Apocrypha.
Apocrypha. I think they was in the Book of Wisdom of Solomon somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if you look at them big Catholic Bibles, them big thick ones, the Apocrypha's in there.
It's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know about the 1611.
What's
Yeah.
that? They at Barnes and Nobles getting the new King James International new version
American
for
Heritage.
retards.
Yeah. And they make the 1611 more expensive too, to
Yeah.
further
And Jake ain't
to
finna be.
discourage you from getting it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. They don't understand that Jake. They don't want to read the King James, let alone
Right. They know they don't.
1611.
Ah, Shakespeare wrote that.
Yeah.
They say King James was homosexual.
Yeah,
And
that-
an Edomite.
Yeah. That's white man book. It would know that's not the white man's book. You just blind.
Right.
Right.
That's that.
No, they just condemn homosexuality.
Yes.
And Esau, the so-called white
And the
man.
white man.
So why would King James have a book translated that would condemn him for being an Edomite and
And
for
a
being
homosexual.
homosexual? That wouldn't even make sense.
But Jake just go what they heard in the barber shop.
Right. Because Jake is not doing no studying and reading and researching.
Get Hosea 4:6.
Yes, sir.
I had something else in Ezra's
Come on.
9.
Oh, in the 9th chapter. Come on.
Hosea.
Uh-huh.
Hosea 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
The Lord's people are the Israelites.
Right.
So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Hispanics, and the brothers and sisters that look like the other nations that understand this word, man. Okay? Even the ones that don't understand it, but just in case you might look like another nation, but you believe this, you an Israelite. Okay? But we've been scattered through the other nations, man. Okay? That's part of the curses. We got Israelites that look like all nations. We are as the sand of the sea. Okay? That's the Lord's people. Go ahead, Al.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
This is the knowledge.
Right. And who's bringing it out? It's not like they reading and say, oh, no. You have Jakes that don't believe in the scriptures, but you got other Jakes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are rejecting the information or the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the prophets are bringing out. You going off of what you heard in the barbershop versus men that have researched and studied and really ultimately is, the Most High gave them the understanding through the Rakakadash.
Yeah.
Right.
Says that thou shalt be no praise to me, priest to me, the Lord. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thine power, I will also forget thine children.
And Jake is that's the key, they rejecting it.
Yes. That's why they ask on this.
No, that don't mean that. You're gonna tell us what these scriptures mean.
Right.
I can see if you didn't been diligent, studying, researching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you just couldn't find it. But y'all ain't got a leg to stand on, man. Just don't get into nothing.
What's crazy, and the elder apostle Gabar brought this out a few times. Y'all keep telling us we wrong, but you never tell us what right is.
Exactly.
I heard the elder Yashawamba say that once too. Y'all keep telling us we wrong about this, we wrong about this. Well, what the hell is right?
Yeah. Where's your videos and your breakdowns?
Right.
Jake always got something to say. You go look at their page, it ain't nothing on there.
Come on.
One subscriber.
Yep. And it is all boiled down to the Most High is only dealing with the elect.
Yep.
He's not dealing with, he's not dealing with everybody in the nation of Israel. But you can't tell Jake that. Jake is scholars, if you let them tell it, barbershop scholars, street scholars.
Sure is.
Jake can sit there and just be making up shit.
Anything new to Jake, that's the
Yeah.
that new, fresh, fly shit. It don't matter what you say. The earth is triangle. Oh man, I believe
It
it.
sound deep.
Right. Jake just sit there and just make shit up.
Yeah.
I think it mean this. I don't know what. I believe this.
Yeah.
But that ain't no different from the so-called Christian church, because when you catch one of them pastors preaching, they'll read something and they'll sit back and say, it is my earnest belief what the writer is trying to say here Like he don't really know what he's saying.
Right.
I'm gonna break this down and tell y'all what the prophet is trying to say. Like he didn't know.
You ain't got no.
But yeah, well, the prophet didn't. They didn't know back
Well, I
then.
mean-
But no, go ahead.
No, I'm saying like the prophet don't know what he's writing. So I'm gonna tell you what he's trying. That's just like me telling you how to get to McDonald's up the street.
Right.
And then I come over there, look, what he's trying to say is, if you do this, this, and this, but
Right.
everything they say is wrong.
Right.
Done.
That was to put it out there. They didn't, because the prophet didn't know
Mm.
at the time when
Right.
they was writing it, you know, and it was written. They didn't know what a lot of the prophecies and things were saying.
Mhm.
But the prophets, them same prophets, are back
Right.
breaking it down.
Now they know.
Mhm.
Yep.
They had no.
Come
So you telling me that the prophet's trying to? What the hell? What you mean? This is what the prophets are trying to say. The Most High brought them in back, you know, through the reincarnation to
Yeah.
break this thing down. Oh, we read it in Habakkuk
Right.
Yep.
to make it plain upon tables.
Right.
That he that read it did may or he that he
Read
may
it,
run
run.
that read
Yeah,
it.
come on.
You know.
Yep.
That's
But
what.
I want to bring up a precept with back what the brother was saying about they just sit there and lie because of the scripture speak of it. This is Isaiah the 30th chapter, verse 9. He say, but they is a rebellious children. I mean rebellious people. It's like it. I'm gonna start it over. He say that this is a rebellious people,
Mm-hmm.
lying children, children that will not hear the laws of the Most High.
Yeah,
Matter
that's
of fact,
Jacob.
go
They-
ahead, read on too.
Okay. And verse 10, he say, we say to the seers, see not.
Yep. The seers are the prophets, and like the scriptures say in time, old times, that the seers were called prophets. Okay, I mean that the seers were prophets. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. Matter of fact, where you at? In verse what?
Verse 10.
Okay, I get it.
Right.
Because I got that.
So Jake don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear lies.
Yes.
You know. And they want to hear smooth things.
Right.
They like to hear a deep story. They don't understand it, but it sounds so good. They just like to sit there and listen.
Right.
You know, man, that was deep. What y'all learned in church today, man, the pastor was deep today. I don't know what he was talking about. But
Yeah, but he preached a mighty sermon.
Can't tell you what testament he came out of, book, chapter, or verse.
But they can tell you the little
But we
stories
had a
he
good
told.
church.
Yeah, I used to be like some of y'all. Me and my friend, we was on the porch, listening to something we shouldn't have been listening to, smoking something we shouldn't have been smoking.
Yeah. Number the damn pimp.
Yeah.
And I heard that, I was like, see, the preacher used to do the same shit we was doing. Back, you know, in the world when we was in the,
Yeah.
well, when I was in the harlot house, I'm looking at my boy in church. Oh, look, Pastor, he used to smoke weed. The fuck is that gonna
Yeah.
teach somebody?
They all sound the same, man.
Yeah. Was it more in there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. While you getting that.
Okay, and it say verse 10.
Go ahead. Al.
Okay, verse 10, it say, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us the right things.
Mhm.
Speaking to us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Right. What y'all saying is which is we talking about what the prophecies, the main thing. That's deception. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
America gonna be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles and this. Yeah, but they not talking about that chip. All in, you know, a lot of shit. Jake is okay. It might be a war on social media. A third world war on the social media. From what I heard, when Donald Trump knocked off the Soleimani, the Iranian general. You know, it was big talk. Oh, this might set off the third World War III. You know, I'm not on them social media platforms, but I heard that was being talked about. And Jake know about the mark of the beast, or the RFID microchip, and this, this man want to, set up this new world order,
Right.
but yet they don't want to get down with the truth,
Right.
They're really mixed. Like for example, like Nick Cannon, yeah, he said that, we the Israelites in a nutshell, but he was trying to mix that Kemet knowledge into the this truth,
Right.
or the fact that we are the Israelites. They don't mix. I got something real quick.
Come on.
This is Ecclesiasticus, or the Book of Sirach, chapter 3, and this is chapter 3 and verse 24, and this is going into that point that I made earlier about Jacob just sit there and make shit up. That's what Israel is real good with that, and really all they doing is following something they heard. Okay, Jacob's a following nation,
Right.
Israel like to follow. It tell you that, and out throughout the scriptures. For an example, like the Most High instructed us to kill the Canaanites, but we didn't kill all the Canaanites, and we began following their ways, their gods. You see, this is Ecclesiasticus 3 and 24. It says, "For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion has overthrown their judgment." So Jacob this is my opinion.
Right.
The scriptures is not an opinionated book.
Right.
Or the Bible is not an opinionated book. The Bible it's only one interpretation. It's only one understanding.
Yes.
Where the Bible can be up for one's interpretation. That's not. But Jake, well, that's what you think. I believe this. I think it's saying that. Well, let's have a discussion about it.
Yeah.
Did you find what you was looking
Oh
for?
yeah, because we was talking about the seer in times past was called prophets. I actually found a couple of them, but this is the one I was looking for. 1 Samuel 9:9. It says, "Before a time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the heavenly Father, thus he spake, Come and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before a time called a seer." So it's just the same thing. A seer is a prophet, just to prove that point. But that was it.
That's it.
Y'all had something?
Nah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Bring out your precept.
Oh,
We can
okay.
go back to that second Ezra 6, and then we can close out on that.
There's Jeremiah 13 verse 10. This evil people, and this, going into Israel, this evil people which refuse to hear my words, which walk in the imagination of their heart, and walk after other gods to serve them.
Walk in the imagination of their mind.
Yes.
Right.
When you imaginary things are not real. It's not really happening. That's what little
They
kids do.
artificial.
Yeah.
Artificial thoughts.
Yeah.
A little kid will sit there and got an imaginary
Friends.
friend.
Having a whole tea
They in the
party.
world, they having the tea,
Yeah.
playing games. Go ahead.
Says, and walk after other gods to serve them, and to worship them shall even be as this girdle. And a girdle was used, to carry water. But it says that this evil people will be like this girdle, which is good for nothing. And that's what, Jake is now. They're good for nothing. So the Most High, has no need for them. That's why we are not sent, to all of Israel. Because the Most High, they can't retain this word.
Right.
You see? So and this word is likened unto water. You see, and because they can't retain it, the Most High has no use for them, so he has to do away with them.
Where you at?
Jeremiah 13 verse 10.
Okay.
That was it.
No, I was just saying, it just shows you that furthermore that Esau read these scriptures. How many times you'd be on a job and Esau coming out, that guy there, man, that's a lazy good for nothing right there.
Right.
Yeah, that girdle, you said carrying water, it's talking about like a belt,
Yeah.
or something to hold your britches.
Yeah, cleaveth the loins of a man. Yeah.
Right. Like a waistband. Yeah,
Right.
that's what it is.
Come
It's all good. Read it again, Baba
on.
Kushai.
This is Jeremiah 13, verse 10. This evil people which refuse to hear my words, which walk in the imagination of their heart, and walk after other gods to serve them and to worship them, shall even be as this girdle, which is good for nothing.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, go ahead. That's good.
Because it speaks about the girdle that when you go up into the account.
Come on, yeah, dude.
Yep. So it's like we got a girdle, but the girdle ain't doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it's not performing its
Right.
proper function.
So that's
Right.
the analogy the scriptures is using.
Mhm.
Say when you not serving the Most High and you worshiping these idols, these other gods, operating in the imagination of your own heart, it's like that can't do nothing for you.
Right.
You know.
Yep. Yeah, we can go back to the second Esdras.
I think we finished that second Esdras.
Just start back at 9.
Okay, come. Second Ezra 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it.
Yes, so it's showing that's the transition.
Right.
Okay. Esau is the end. That's where we at. He's in rulership, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Okay. The kingdom of heaven being established here on earth. Okay, because the earth is not going to be destroyed. We shown that through the scriptures. Okay. But Esau is the end of the world, okay? Which again, we was talking about, this is plain to see, okay? It's not talking about just the man Esau. It's talking about the whole nation of Edom, okay?
Right.
Your rulership is almost done,
Right.
okay? It's your end, okay? And it's our beginning that's already starting to happen.
Right.
Okay? Because the kingdom of heaven is already being established.
Right. Because
Okay.
we are the kingdom.
Yes.
You know, the peoples make the kingdom.
Yes. Okay? Y'all had anything? Okay? All right. So, yeah, we're going to end it right there. And Lord willing, this was edifying. Okay? Because this is it, man. We here to edify the elect here in these last days. And Lord willing, we part of that number, And so with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, and double honors to our elder apostles and our elders at Great Millstone GMS, and peace and blessings unto the elect, okay? And just endure for those that is meant to, will, but we about to enter into some rougher times than what we are right now, okay? So we just have to be spiritually prepared. All right, so with that, we're gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.
Hmm.